Hi everyone and welcome to part 2. In this video we'll be discussing direct and indirect speech. Let's look at some examples. The direct speech. He said, "I'm so happy." Indirect speech or reported speech. He said that he was so happy. You may ask yourself, where do we ever use indirect speech? Let me show you. When you are interested in a career of journalism or reporting, you will use the reported speech. Whenever you are in a work situation and you have to give feedback, you will have to use the reported or indirect speech. And when you write academic essays, you will definitely use indirect speech. Let's analyze direct speech. We have the quotation marks here showing that we are using the direct words of the speaker. The direct words start with a capital letter, and unlike in a dialogue where we use a colon before direct words, here we use a comma. Looking at the first part, we can see who the speaker is, and the introductory verb is introduced to us here. It can also be replaced with any of the following introductory verbs: announced, grumbled, chuckled, chanted, exclaimed, giggled, moaned, cried, wailed, yelled, chatted, and bellowed. The second part is the direct words that we use from the speaker. When we change direct to indirect speech, we have to pay attention to these words that might change. Now becomes then. The children are playing outside now in direct speech. In reported speech, he said that the children were playing outside then. Now became then. Today. I've got a piano lesson today. She said that she had got a piano lesson that day. Today turns into that day. Here turns into there, and this turns into that. Let's look at the auxiliary verbs that may change. Will becomes would. I will finish my report in 2 days. He said that he would finish his report in 2 days. Can becomes could. I can speak English. She said that she could speak English. May. I may invite them to dinner. May becomes might. Might. She said that she might invite them to dinner. Let's look at the rules of direct and indirect speech at the end of this example. He says, I was really scared. The first part is present tense, while the second is past. If we have a sentence like this one, where the two parts of the sentence differ in tense, we have to change it in order to make one tense out of both parts. He says becomes he said. That, a very important word when we are talking about indirect speech. And then we keep the last part the same. Was really scared, past. So now you can see both parts of the sentence is in the past tense. He said that he was really scared. Let's see what we have to do when we have a question. She asked, is she here? If we have a question and we want to convert it to the indirect speech, we have to use the words if or whether. We use if there's only one possible outcome. For example, if it rains, we will cancel the picnic. If it rained, you'd get wet. In both those sentences, there's only one outcome. We use whether if there's more than one outcome. For example, we'll have the picnic whether it rains or not. I'll be happy whether it's raining or sunny. Both these sentences have two possible outcomes. So if we want to convert the sentence, she asked, is she here? Then it will be, she asked if she was there. Another fascinating instance is when we have a fact in our sentence. We can't change the fact, so we have to keep it the same. Let me show you. The teacher said the earth is spherical. I can't change it into the earth was spherical because that might imply that the earth is not spherical anymore. So my sentence will read, the teacher said that the earth is spherical. We cannot change the fact, so we have to keep the second part the same. The earth is spherical. The professor explained, the earth is the third planet from the sun. We can't change that fact, so we have to keep it the same in the indirect speech. The professor explained that the earth is the third planet from the sun. Please remain safe and complete the worksheet I've attached for this week. Thank you and see you soon.